So look, if you clicked on this video, I know that you may be someone who feels incredibly stuck in life. You have those incredible dreams, goals and aspirations, but you just don't know how to accomplish them. Now if that is you, I need you to listen very, very, very closely to the rest of the video. Because in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to reclaim your life using the dopamine detox. If you keep watching until the end, you will understand why the dopamine detox is exactly what you need right now. You will know exactly what you have to do to reset your dopamine levels and how to keep healthy dopamine levels after the detox without living like a monk. Because for most people who did a dopamine detox, bad habits creep back in. And 2 months later they are back exactly where they started, or even worse off. Now real quick, let me tell you the first place you are probably stuck. Because most people think they lack energy or knowledge, aka the know-how. And that's why they're not where they want to be in life. Well, that's actually wrong. The only thing you are missing that is keeping you from making progress is your ability to consistently take action. Because here's what really matters. What everyone who is now successful did. No matter if they tell you to just think positive, to believe in yourself or visualize your future. Every single one of them did the same thing. At some point they started and consistently took action towards their goal. Consistently taking action plus time beats everything. That equation is the only thing keeping you from the life you want to live. Now, how do you actually reclaim your ability to take action? And this is really where the dopamine detox comes in. Because let me tell you what this constant stimulation does to you. Stimulation, whether it's scrolling on TikTok, eating junk food, watching porn, constantly listening to music or playing video games. It's all similar to your brain. It's instant gratification. And that just means that you get a reward, the reward of stimulation, without having to put in any effort. And that's bad because normally to get any kind of reward, we would have to put in effort. But now our brain gets used to getting rewards without having to put in effort. And with that, the effort you have to put in to get a real reward gets unattractive, harder, and sometimes can even feel impossible. Your brain learned to use shortcuts instead of going for the real thing. And now taking action can feel almost impossible. Now, if you want to change that, what you have to do is you have to reprogram your brain to actually do the stuff that gets you the reward, aka achieving your goal, instead of getting fake rewards all the time. So if you sit at your desk and you know exactly what to do, but you just can't get yourself up to do it. It's like you're glued to your chair. That means that you need a way to get back your ability to take action. And in order to get that, you need healthy dopamine levels. So what I'm going to give you now is a quick dopamine detox framework. So if you do a dopamine detox and you really want it to help you, you should do it at least 7 days. If you can do it for 14 days, that's great, but 7 days is the bare minimum. But now let's get into the 4-step protocol. So first, in this time where you're doing this dopamine detox, you shouldn't use any social media. So no scrolling on Instagram, Snapchat or TikTok, because that's really fucking up your dopamine levels. And also don't watch YouTube because it's doing the same thing. And that of course also includes my videos. Second, don't watch any porn. Because that's like the stimulation you get from all this social media, but on crack. That's often one of the biggest parts that is fucking up your dopamine levels. Third step, don't spend more than 1 hour per day on screens. And the fourth step, that is maybe one of the most important steps to get back your ability to take action, is to do one uncomfortable thing every day. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Getting back your ability to take action. Just do one thing that you don't want to do. It doesn't have to be big, just one small thing. Because that's the most effective way to get back your ability to take action. If you learn for a math test, what do? You don't just read in a book, you do exercises. And it's the same with getting back your ability to take action. Like a teacher of mine always said, train as you fight. That's the 4-step dopamine detox protocol. And if you just do that for 7 to 30 days, you will get back healthy dopamine levels. And your ability to take action will finally increase again. Doing the stuff that once felt impossible now suddenly become doable again. Even if it's not easy. But if you want to make progress long term, of course, a 7-day dopamine detox is not enough. So many people who do a dopamine detox just fall back into bad habits again. So what do you now have to do when you did the dopamine detox to keep healthy dopamine levels without living like a monk. Here's what works for me and what will probably also work for you. You can add in stimulation again. There's only one rule. It has to be intentional. Because most of the bad effects stimulation has on you is not because of the stimulation itself, it's because of how you use it. So when you pull out your phone the second 1 ounce of boredom comes up, then you're not acting intention. Then you're just numbing your feelings and acting automatically out of habit and unintentional. So the goal with using stimulation is not to just keep away from it completely. The goal is to don't let it interfere with the real goal. So for example, if you have the goal of building a great physique and a bit of stimulation doesn't interfere with that, that's okay. Only if the stimulation interferes with your real goals, with the life you actually want to live, then you have to get those things into balance. So for most people that means no checking your phone instantly after waking up, no huge stimulation before you do something important, and not constantly listening to music or constantly being entertained and stimulated by something. Just intentional. I hope this video helped you and gave you some clarity. And remember, if it's really important to you to change your life in some way, then the thing you have to do is take action. This is what all this video is about. And if you do this stuff I told you in this video, you will finally be able to take action again. And all this stuff like consistently discipline, reaching your goals, relationships, and pretty much all this stuff in your life gets easier. Doing this stuff can really be a game changer for you. But you have to do it. And if you want to know more about how to use social media more intentional, then you can also watch this video. Bye.